into dealing with the knee since January, and we saw the ankle. Could you just take us through that? If it's similar to anything you've had before, and how you handled it tonight, how you can handle it moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I've turned my ankles before, obviously. Tonight was just one of those instances. I literally just watched the replay where I was going in for offensive rebound, and me and Jackson basically stepped at the same time. He got his foot on the ground before I could get my foot back on the hardwood, and I stepped on his foot and rolled my ankle. I have no idea how I finished the game, to be honest, after watching that replay. It's pretty nasty.
How's it feeling right now? It looked like pretty sore as you were walking in here.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible right now. And unfortunately, we're about to hop on a flight too. So, just got to get treatment around the clock, see what happens day to day. But it's pretty sore right now.
How do you just put that in the context with tonight and how the whole season has gone?
I mean, it's just a microcosm of our season. Sustain. We haven't been able to sustain all year, and tonight was one of those instances once again. Okay.
This one had implications on the standings, obviously, and where you stand now. 8 games left, some road games, some tough opponents. But despite all the circumstances, we asked Malik Monk how he feels about the team. He's like, I still believe we got Bron on our side. To have that belief from your teammates, what does it mean to you? But considering the ankle, consider everything facing this team, do you feel like you can deliver on that belief that the guys have?
Well, I mean, if I'm healthy, for sure. Right now, obviously, I'm, pretty banged up, with that ankle. But, I still feel like if I'm on the floor and I can make things happen, then we still got a good chance of trying to make something out of the season. It's been a tough road, obviously. Tonight being a tough loss for us. But to have that confidence in your teammates, for sure, means a lot for me. It means I'm, doing something well out on the floor when I hit the floor, and just try to do whatever I can to help us win basketball games.
LeBron, to give all that you gave tonight, obviously playing through an injury and playing as well as you did, building the lead that you guys did, and to still come out of here with a loss. What does that feel like, kind of in the context of this season?
I mean, excuse my language, but that's what it feels like. I came in with the mindset, understanding it was a playoff type, it was gonna be playoff type atmosphere, playoff implications and things of that nature. So, I knew that from the jump. We also got a lot of guys on our ball club that haven't played in playoff games as well. That plays a lot of big minutes for us. You have Malik and, Winyan, Austin, Stan, who, Taylor is pretty much not accustomed to it as well. So, we're trying to bottle that in and try to help the young guys understand how, the magnitude of it. And they got guys who've been in the postseason. It feels like a wasted opportunity, obviously, for myself and for our team, and we weren't able to get it done.
Just when you talk about all those stakes and then also the pain you're in now, would you have played through? Is it something you would have played through if this was just felt more like one of 82?
Probably not. Probably not. I mean, from the time that I turned my ankle, I felt a sharp pain run up my leg. It started getting hot, and I've been there before with ankle sprains before. So, but I didn't want to come out the game because I understood it. I mean, I just wanted to win the game. I understood how big of a game it was for us.
LeBron, I guess kind of along these lines, you guys have shown it flashes. I mean, you're up 23 in this game. You're hitting shots, the ball zipping around, playing with pace and energy on both sides. But you guys are also the same team that can score 14 in the fourth quarter. What's it been like processing that sort of those wild swings and kind of what this team has been all year? And is it just exhausting to kind of?
I mean, we are who we are. I mean, there's no. It's not much of a processing when you can go out and score 35 in a quarter, 40 in a quarter, hold the team 18 in a quarter, but then you also know that you can give up 40 in a quarter in the same game, so it's frustrating, obviously, but I mean, we are who we are, and it's not like trying to figure out something more than that.
LeBron, schematically, how much do you feel like your ankle affected the game plan, what you guys intended to come in doing, what you guys were able to do in the second half? I mean, obviously, it seemed like you had a lot of discomfort, and what decisions were made after that?
Well, for me personally, I just lost all explosiveness, obviously. So a lot of my games tonight was played on the perimeter after that fact. Couldn't really, get into the lane like I would have loved to, put a little bit more pressure on them. I mean, we only shot 16 free throws as a team. I shot 6 of them. One of them was a technical foul. So that took away from me, from what I wanted to do in the interior. But, I feel like I just, try to do what I could do, with the mobility that I had out on the floor, trying to make plays.
LeBron, I feel like we've just been kind of dancing around this. Do you feel like this ankle injury is something that could cost you games here?
I hope not, because I hate missing games. That's just not in my nature. So I've already started the process, of treatment right after the game. I got on it right away. And obviously, I'll get more done on the flight. We land in Dallas tonight, around the clock tomorrow. And see how I feel on Tuesday, correct? And go from there. So I hate missing games. It's not in my makeup.
Quick follow-up. You kind of alluded to this with just sort of the difference in the experience on your team, and you guys are playing a bunch of guys who haven't been through this before. Does everybody kind of understand the stakes, do you think, the way that you do right now?
Right now I do. It's impossible. Everybody? Dude, I've been to 10 finals. I mean, it's impossible.
I guess, but I mean, like the situation right now.
No, it's impossible.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, it's impossible. I mean, we have guys that understand it. I mean, we have a bunch of vets as well. I believe myself, Russ, Melo, AD. He understands it, but he's not in uniform. Dwight, he's been through the trenches. But a lot of our other vets aren't playing. Wayne's not playing. Trevor's not playing. Bays is not playing. They understand it, but they're not playing. It's just it's tough. It's tough, and we have a bunch of newcomers that's helping us out tremendously on the floor because we need it. But as far as the experience, with all of us, we haven't had it.